leaders. They are imposed on us by corporations, political parties, power brokers, and endorsers. Hindi po tayo namimili ng mga namumuno sa atin. Sa darating na eleksyon, as early as now, meron ng mga kandidato na sinusuportahan ng San Miguel Corporation, Ayala lang, diba? Lusutan, Gopongway, Henry C. Lahat ng mga malalaking mga tao, meron na sila pong manok. And our candidates are also forced upon us by power brokers and endorsers, also by powerful countries. Ang Amerika po, as early as now, maniwala man kayo hindi, ang Amerika po ay naghahanap na ng manok nila. Correct? Ang problema, tayo po, is it a matter of manok? Sino yung manok ng bansa Pilipinas? I don't want to use that analogy anymore. Hindi po sabong. Ang gusto kong tanong, sino po ang gusto ng Diyos para sa atin? At this point, as early as now, we are being fed names and faces of the usual trapo. I think God does not want trapos. But for so many years, God has allowed trapos to rule our land to teach us a lesson. Ano kaya eleksyon na yun? Yun ang tanong natin sa sarili natin. Bakit hanggang ngayon, trapo pa rin na namumuno sa atin? Eleksyon yun eh. Siguro tayo mga Pilipino, hindi tayo nagkakaisa reasons and for the right process. And I think I'd like to invite everybody today and in the coming days, let us now discern and choose properly. Elections are both costly and lucrative. One presidential candidate has reportedly spent 600 million and has more than enough to spend even more until 2010. Hindi ko na sasabihin ko sino yun. There are individuals, groups, businesses gearing up for the business of electoral campaigns. Hanap buhay po ang eleksyon. Marami na po ngayon pumuposisyon kasi mga printing press, television stations, ayan, TV, kikita po kayo. Radio station, at lahat, mga catering services, transportation, gasolinahan, lahat yan. This has been our situation all these years. Instead of trying to change the situation, which may be rather inconvenient and even risky, we choose to go around it. We don't change the situation kasi mahirap paguhin. Sakyan na lang natin. We resign ourselves to the status quo of traditional politics. And to win as traditional politician, the following factors have to be taken into account. Hindi ko na po babasahin yung explanation, pero basahin yung factor. If you don't have any of the following, hindi ka mananalo. Sabi ng trapo. Kaya the trapos as early as now are telling the alternative candidates, do you have the following? Number 1, do you have money? Number 2, do you have popularity? Number 3, do you have a party? Number 4, do you have charisma? Number 5, do you have endorsement? Do you have someone powerful endorsing you? Is Gloria endorsing you? By the way, if Gloria endorses anybody, surely that person will lose. Gloria's endorsement at this point will be the kiss of death. Kaya Gloria, mag-ingat ka. Sisiguruhin namin na ang i-endorse mo matatalo. Okay ba yun? Number 6, US backing. May US backing ba yung kandidato? Number 7, military backing. Etc. etc. Barely a year is left before the 2010 presidential election. The nagging question remains, do we have an alternative candidate? Meron ba tayo? Ang sagot natin lahat, meron po, meron. Do we have an alternative to traditional politics? Meron rin. Professor Raul Pangalanan has a more optimistic way of framing the question and looking at our situation. Ito po sabi ni Atty. Pangalanan, kahapon ba yun o ng Biyernes? So if the question is whether we are capable of reinventing our politics, the answer is a clear yes. Kaya po natin baguhin ang politika natin. We have done so far, so before, and we can do it again. The conundrum today is actually not the lack of will, but the lack of imagination. Kaya po kami dito, nakaupo dito, We are imaginative people. We are imagining, but we are not beside ourselves. Kami po ay nananaginip na nakadilat ang mga mata. At sa araw na to, sasabihin namin sa inyo ang panaginip namin. Our desire for change is really the flip side of our frustrations. We continually complain about trapos and immediately resign ourselves saying, wala tayong magagawa. Is it really our inability or our ignorance? Or as Professor Pangalanan puts it, is it our lack of imagination? Ang tingin ko po, wala po tayong imahinasyon. Kanina po natawa na lang ako. Sabi mo isang dyaryo, dahil si Willie Revillame ang pinaka-influential na artista, Willie should become president. Yuck! Walang imagination. Ako, ano ba yan? Let's go beyond the usual. No imagination. There is barely a year before elections. Kindly listen to what I will say now. We have time to do something and we must do it now. Ulitin ko po ha. We have time to do something. We must do it now. We don't have alternative candidates. Let us choose them now. Let me repeat it. We don't have alternative candidates. Let us choose them now. We don't have an alternative party. Let us create one now, today, in this Balitaan sa Tinapayan. Maganda nga yung lugar eh, Tinapay, Pandesal. Pandesal Political Party. No. Pilipinong-Pilipino. Let us create our alternative party now. We don't have money. Pakitaas nga po yung mga money. Sino sabi walang pera ang Pilipino? Ito po, lahat po, pati yung mga cameramen, sa bulsa nyo, meron kayong at the very least piso. Sino nagsabi wala kaming pera? Makapag-alaro yan, we have. There are 87 million Filipinos times 1 is 87 million. Sabihin natin times 10, tigsa 10, 870 million. Imagination lang. We dare labas nyo. Okay? Labas nyo na piso nyo. I have spoken to Among Ed Pandillo and Governor Grace Padaca and asked them if they are willing to run as President and Vice President in 2010. Kaibigan ko po silang dalawa. Si Among Gov po at ako, hindi pa kami pare. Pareho yung nililigawan namin. Pareho yung mga pangarap namin. Pareho yung mga kalokohan namin kasi magkasintanda kami ni Among Gov. We grew up together. And we became priests more or less at the same time. Governor, I met her because somebody told me there is this cripple who wants to run for governor. It will be good for you to meet her. You know, I met Grace Padaca at Arroceros Park. Arroceros Park. And Grace, na walang matibay na paa, ay nagpunta doon para tulungan kami sa kampanya against the cutting of trees. And from then on, Grace and I became ex-mates. From Hong Kong, I call her up regularly. The Philippines. And God loves the Philippines. God will not destroy us. Ngayon po, to end, I'd like to propose a way of distinguishing good candidates from bad. Piliin po natin ang mabuti versus magaling. May pagkakaiba po yan. Mabuti versus magaling. Yung mabuti po, buti is value.